HBAR and Zebec, this changes everything, or will it? We shall get into that today and more, but first, cue my guy, Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested, so we binge on our Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing.
What is up, Rue Crew? One of the best ways you can help the channel is by purchasing a decent wallet. You can help yourself and help the channel by purchasing a decent wallet. Let's hit that commercial now. Boom. Your crypto deserves the best protection. So why settle for less? Decent Crypto Wallet isn't just another wallet. It's safe, secure, easy to use, and supports your favorite cryptocurrencies all at the touch of a button. And now with my exclusive link, you'll save $30 on your new wallet. Better security, smarter investing, $30 in your pocket. Click on the link now and secure your better security today. What is up, guys? I see a lot of regulars in the house today. What's up, Tony S? What's up, Jose De La Torre? What is up, Dave F? What's up, Benjamin Awaken? What's up, Hideword? What's up, N? What's up, Crypto Clay in the house? What's up, GS? All right, what's up, Kurt Dog? What's up, Charlie J? Let's get into it, guys. As always, put your questions in the chat. We will get to them at the end. Let me go ahead and share the screens here. Boom, 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 boom. So let's start with HBAR, and we will end up with Zebec. So again, shout out to Maximus Crypto. I'm going to use his line. Everybody kind of forgets about HBAR because price doesn't move much. But again, when we think about HBAR and who HBAR is, understand that the governance, and I've shown you this, guys, before. I'm not going to bring it up right now, but if you go look at the World Economic Forum site, they say that these guys own and govern Hedera, okay? So when you think about that, you're dealing with a company, Hedera. It's not necessarily blockchain. It's a hash graph, but in a lot of ways, hash graphs are better than blockchain from what is said. The hash graphs are faster and better than blockchain, except it's more centralized than decentralized. Either way, these are some of the most rich and powerful companies in our realm. Google, right? Dell, Deutsche Telekom, T-Mobile, right? Chainlink, of course, IBM, LG, some of the most powerful companies are here with Hedera, okay? BitGo, BitGo, less up. So Aberdeen, right? Like some of the oldest Kofra, if you're looking at them, they're like old school. So some of the world's most powerful companies here with Hedera, right? And there are some moves that happened kind of over the weekend that let me know, hey, maybe Hedera is ready to break out. It touched over 30 cents, like just briefly over the weekend. If we can bring up the price here and let me know if my mic is good. I think everything should be good there. This is a brand new Yeti mic, but I know people still complain that there might be some issues, but let me know here. Let me bring up HBAR. Okay, so briefly over the weekend, it touched 30 cents. You can see here, it got a lot of noise in this guy, but let me move it out of the way here. Okay, so you can see here briefly touched over 30 cents. And then went back down a little bit. But I think kind of from here, like we honestly might see HBAR hit $1, right? What I noticed, which is something that happened with XRP, is so here we go. Here's the chart there where it almost hit 30 cents. Share this. So HBAR went live on Robinhood. And this is one of the things that happened, of course, with XRP before XRP ETFs came out. And then XRP went bananas. It went from, wherever it is now, or from like 50 cents all the way up to like 3 something. And it's chilling at like 317 right now. If you look at Robinhood and you see kind of this feather, the feather is really symbolic for those who know about the feather, huge in Native American type of things and stuff like that. You would wonder, okay, Robinhood, why don't they show like a Robin Hood looking character or hat looking like Robin Hood or something like that? They show the feather. And I think that's a symbolic thing of kind of probably maybe who runs it, right? So, so Robinhood listed HBAR, and I think that now means that it's HBAR's time to shine out here. Another thing here that happened over the week with HBAR is they now have the Australian dollar here. If we can zoom that in. We're excited to announce that AUDD, the Australian digital dollar stablecoin, has officially launched on the Hedera network. Through this integration, we look forward to driving digital payments through APAC and beyond. Another thing that happened with them there is that Circle also is live on HBAR. You see if I have that. Let me bring it up. Actually, we can probably just go scroll down there and see it here. So I thought that's pretty telling too, because now Circle's liquidity is available on HBAR. They could have listed it a long time ago, but apparently they're listing it now, which is very interesting. Let's see if I can find it here. My apologies. I thought I already had it pulled up. There it is. Hedera USC is live on Gate.io, bringing access to 30 million plus users globally. So again, this is the first of me knowing that HBAR had USDC. So really, really interesting there. I think it's kind of a crafty way of them to drop it. So another big piece of news there for HBAR. Oh, I did have it pulled up. Okay, so in H1, Hedera USDC listed both on Binance and Crypto.com, and also there on Gate.io. Two of the largest exchanges in the world. Issued USDC grew 12,000%, or 1,200%, excuse me. Volume increased 420%, and transfer fees remained fixed at 0.001. Okay. So very, very, very cool there. And they give you some stuff about Hedera and its speed. 10,000 or 10K plus TPS, no gas spikes. Okay. And again, we just showed you the people behind it. So I'm really thinking that Hedera has the ability in it to be dollar plus this bull run, right? Not financial advice, just what I'm thinking and doing with my portfolio. You already know on Hashpack, right, you can already stake Hedera and earn fees back now, or earn, Hedera, earn HBAR. So this is one of the things that like XRP, I think is just going to generate people passive income for the rest of their lives. Again, look at the companies, the IBMs of the world, the Dells of the world. You know, people and companies are going to generate income from this for the rest of their lives. I once played on here on a video where Lehman Baird, the CEO of HBAR, said he built HBAR to be a 100-year company, and I believe him. I totally believe him. And he also said something to the effect, allegedly, everything I say is alleged, that HBAR was like kept at a low price. So if it ever just gets to be the price that it should be, right? Like, I also think, allegedly that Ripple is also, XRP is also kept at a low price. If they ever just let it go, it's going to be a very, very nice time for everyone, right? But again, I think that happens when a lot of these laws are in place. Genius Act has happened. Clarity Act probably sometime this week, hopefully. And then, of course, when we get the zero capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies, it's going to go bananas. Straight bananas out here, guys. Okay, here we go. I see a comment that's pertinent to what we're saying here. Dreamer, I'm Australian, and so Australian Payments Plus on the Hedera Council is extremely relevant. The payment legacy system is about to get a revamp here, it seems. So again, when we think about these cryptos, we know Hedera is an American crypto, but this is going to be a worldwide change, a literal banking 2.0. That's why when I say and I tell people, hey guys, this is banking 2.0. This is banking 2.0, right? And people I think miss that, and they fall for the whole allure of a meme coin when, depending on what your age is, I think these blue chips is where it's at, truthfully. So let's continue on here. So Grayscale decided to add Hedera to the smart contract platform fund. Okay. So for the first time, and they say here, every quarter we rebalance and update the components of our multi-asset funds, Grayscale DeFi Fund, Grayscale Smart Contract Fund, and Grayscale Decentralized AI Fund. So this was July 8th, and they decided to add Hedera to one of their funds. So you got Ether at 30%, Solana at almost 30%, Cardano, Sui, Avalanche, and Hedera. Amazing. So if you're looking for Hedera to be in an American fund, here it is. It happened. Okay. I know also there are already bills and laws that are trying to get Hedera in to have a Hedera ETF. I think we see that coming at some point too as well. Okay. So again, please don't sleep on Hedera out here, because some of the biggest companies in the world are behind this. And just because the price doesn't move, it does not mean it's not a blue chip. I definitely think it should be, not financial advice. It's definitely a blue chip to me. I should say it like that. It's definitely a blue chip for me, and it's in my portfolio, and it's going to stay in my portfolio. Okay? Because I'm looking at it long term. Think about when Hedera's $10 and all the staking that I've done on Hedera. Every one Hedera that I've got now, back when it was like 10 cents, 4 cents, is now going to be $10 in my pocket. That's one way to just really think about it, right? I see my sis is in the house. What's up, sis? Thank you for being in here. Hey, Root Crew, hit that like button. Thank you. Appreciate it, sis. Okay, so yep, Flare is another good one, Crypto Clay. I love Flare. Actually, remind me, we're gonna get to that. Crypto Clay might have just added another 30 minutes to the show because we're gonna talk about some stuff. Shout out to the Patreon. We just did an open mic night on Friday. Shout out to the great Shook Focus Digital. He was in there dropping some gems. So we'll talk a little bit about Flare, okay? It'll be Flare related, I should say. It'll be Flare related. What's up, Volatility Cowboy? Another good follow for Zebec. If you guys haven't followed him, you should. Thanks for coming through, brother. Let's go ahead and go to Zebec now. So for me, to be clear, the Robinhood listing might change everything for HBAR. So it's all of what we just mentioned together. Robinhood listing, added to the Grayscale Fund, USDC on multiple changes, Hedera USDC on multiple exchanges, and I think there was one other piece of news I forgot here. Yeah, added to Robinhood. Did I say that twice? So yeah, all of that is very, very huge for Hedera. Now, moving into Zebec, okay. This piece of news kind of maybe fell under the radar here, and I think that this news might be really big for Zebec, okay? And it also this news also kind of shows that this whole blockchain game is related, and we already kind of know this, but let's get into the news here. So posted by Well Insider, this just in: MUFG, Japan's largest bank to tokenize real estate for retail and institutional investors. This was July 27, 2025. Okay. And then take that news, go over to our guy Smoke Dog. Shout out to Smoke Dog. I love it when the bro says it. Document it. Document it. So Ripple and MUFG. Okay. And he points out some research here. This is from Ripple.com. All three of Japan's largest banks have now joined Japan Bank consortium using Ripple, including Sumitomo Mitsui. I think that's how we're going to say that. Banking Corporation, which is SMBC, MUFG, and Mizuho. Remember Mizuho, okay? We also welcome Japan Post Bank to the roster of top banks by assets using Ripple for payments in Japan. And of course, let's not forget SBI. SBI is a partner of Ripple's, and SBI is also where a Rothschild has 8.7% of XRP tokens. He has 8.7% of XRP tokens. And bro's not just holding for he's not just holding for he's been holding these tokens. And again, these are things that I think long term are going to give people just filthy, stupid wealth just by holding them. And more on that later. So again, now let's take all of that we know, right? And go over to, we already know now, we've just basically connected MUFG to Ripple. We know that Zebec has partnerships with Ripple. They've told us. Okay. But also, just in case you needed to be reminded, Zebec debuts in Japan with innovative payroll and payments fintech. Okay, and this is from 2023. I believe. No. January 8th, 2024. Okay, so again, they're in Japan with this. We know one of Zebec's investors is also Ripple's investor. We've shown you that. I'll just bring it up again right quick. So just for good measure, for anybody that might be new. And we'll go look at that right quick. So Zebec. So we got Lightspeed Ventures right there. Now if I go to Ripple, or XRP I should say, XRP, Lightspeed Ventures right there. And there you got also SBI, just like I was telling you about. Accenture, a whole bunch of other banks here with Ripple. Now, also remember here, okay, for you guys who love Swift blockchain information, right? I've shared this with you guys many times before, and this is going to show us how interconnected these blockchains are. Let's continue on to this. So shout out to Shook Focus Digital and Underdog Research Channel. We did a lot of this Swift research together. So I want to shout out my bros. But you can see here, this is from Swift's Medium. This was February 17, 2018. There's a whole bunch of like great stuff going on with Ripple at the time in Japan, and kind of when these consortiums started, right? So Swift blockchain, after launching in Japan, the Swift team made immediate contact with many financial institutions in the country to discuss future collaborations, and Mizuho was one of them. So Swift and Mizuho seems like they have a partnership, or at least contact. This is the Swift team with the Mizuho Bank team right here. Why do I bring that up? Because we already know through Nautilus chain. Now we know that Zebec sold this, but they're still involved with this, the first streaming payment blockchain. And remember, Simon Babakani, he used the same language last spaces, streaming payment. So this is the new letter of the law. And also, I just want to point one other thing out, just in case they end up watching this, or people end up watching this. Shout out to Simon Babakani for following me. I really appreciate that. If we go to my Twitter here, shout out to him for following me. That was really kind. That he came and he followed me. And that really means a lot, man, because I see he has limited followers. He's only following 237 people, and I'm one of them. You know what I mean? And that really means a lot, man. So shout out to you, Simon, for following me. I hope you appreciate the work, man. And I really appreciate what you guys are doing at Zebec. And yeah, man, thank you so much for the follow. So shout out to Simon for following me, man. That really means a lot, man. Really means a lot. So let's get back into what we were saying here. So again, streaming payment here. We see that Swift blockchain is a partner with Nautilus blockchain, and we know that Nautilus blockchain was started by Zebec, and Zebec is still involved with Nautilus blockchain, and Nautilus blockchain is going to connect Base and a ton of different other blockchains. For instance, if we just go to the oracles here, we know that DIA, shout out to Maximus Crypto and Crypto Future, we had this information about DIA in the last Patreon exclusive video. So if you guys want to join the Patreon, by the way, I just opened up a tier for coaching. which allows you to have one coaching session a month. Definitely check that out. The link is in the description. We talk about DIA in the Patreon exclusive video. So check that out for sure. And then we have Pith here, which is Solana. This guy is, again, like I said, stellar. It's also on Binance and also on Ethereum. So all these things look like they're going to connect through Base and through this Nautilus chain. So now you can have, Swift blockchain. Now you can have real estate. Now you can have tokenized real estate, excuse me. Now you can have Zebec. Now you can have XCN. Now you can have Swift blockchain. Now you can have Open Fabric, router, everything. You got everything here. And of course, if you look at Nautilus chain, they say that they work on Ethereum, Move, VM, and Cosmos. Okay, so you got Cosmos chain and then Move VM. That's former Facebook technology that both Aptos and Sui share. So that's Sui and Aptos there. And through, if you've been watching my Swift blockchain videos, Swift blockchain basically connects to everything, literally. So that's literally everything there. And we know Zebec connects to a lot of stuff too, which I will just remind you by bringing this up here. Okay. Let's magnify that. And, they probably do this through Nautilus and all of that, but here we go. Solana, Ethereum, Binance, Base, Tron, Sui. They probably do this through not only Nautilus, but through Swift blockchain. Solana, Ethereum, Binance, Base, Tron, Sui, Stellar, BitTensor, and Odyssey. And now also Polygon. But again, we know that they have a partnership with Ripple, and they have the Ripple RLUSD on their silver card. And they probably had that on their silver card due to their partnership with White Rock, even though they're not partnered with them anymore. They still have that connection to the XRP ledger. Okay, so there we go, right? And also, not mentioned on here because this was from May 6, 2025, Algorand. Okay, Algorand. So another thing to mention, just to kind of keep it on the real estate issue, is they also mentioned to us Propy, right? Remember Propy. Propy is another Tim Draper company. And they did tell us here, and they have the little sound clip here, that Propy and them are connected. And I could go over and show you how Tim Draper owns Propy, a piece of Propy. But we're not going to do that right now unless you guys really want me to. But I can show you how Tim Draper also owns Propy as well. So real estate is going on chain, and Propy is leading the way. With Zebec cards, users can expand their payment options using stablecoins and other assets to help facilitate real-world real estate offers and contracts. The future of real-world asset ownership is on chain. So Propy did the first real estate on chain, like first real estate like NFT, real estate RWA, both here in America, I think in Tampa, Florida, and also over in Europe. Okay, so they're innovators in this, right? But also, if you guys remember the last spaces they did with Algorand, they mentioned a company called Lofty. And I think it was Marco from Algorand who mentioned the company called Lofty. So when we're talking about real world assets, it seems to be that they're putting an emphasis on real estate. How Algorand helped Lofty transform the real estate industry, making it possible for anyone to own a fraction of a property. Now, that's interesting, to fractionalize property. Seems pretty interesting in a way that's hopefully not like a timeshare or something like that. I wouldn't necessarily myself want to timeshare property, but again, if we look at the way that inflation is going, maybe people might get to a point where people own fractions of property. Again, us as crypto investors, we're probably going to own, we're going to own these assets, and these assets will have us own, hopefully, not financial advice, whole properties, but this may, in a world in which people may not have the funds, right? This would allow people to own a fraction of a property. Again, too, I think this is kind of a little bit of a foreshadowing of where the US dollar is going, right? Even though all of these stable coins are mostly kind of like all the good ones, all the big ones, stable coins are based on the dollar. The dollar is going to be losing its value, whereas these cryptocurrencies like an Algorand, like an HBAR, like an XRP, and like a Zebec are going to just gain in value, right? So, but anyway, I digress. How Algorand helped Lofty transform the real estate industry, making it possible for anyone to own a fraction of a property. Okay. Lofty has tokenized 148 properties to date across 11 U.S. states. 11, that's pretty interesting. The highest valued Lofty portfolio is around 2,221,000, that's also an interesting number. And the lowest is just 50, with the average number of buyers per home around 231, which they love to use the whole 231 or 321 or 123 in the whole Ripple type of deal. So I don't know if this is like kind of a call out to like the Ripple people. But anyways, Lofty has around 7,000 monthly active users, and Lofty has generated over 2 million in rental income for its users to date. Okay. But again, through Lofty and Propy, we can see that there are connections to Zebec, to real estate. So when I make the connection here, again, which is kind of my speculation, that Zebec could be helping out with MUFG and Ripple when it comes to real estate in Japan. It's quite, they definitely have the technology too. They have the technology too. So and if we want to even go even deeper, we could bring up the whole real world asset connection with Ondo. We're not going to cover that right now. We've covered it many times before. Again, unless you guys want me to bring that information up, I can. But to me, very, very juicy, very, very great information. And again, if you didn't catch the spaces, we reviewed the spaces on the channel here. That was a juicy spaces, even though it was only 30 minutes. So I definitely suggest that you guys go check it out. Let me bring it up on the channel here. So if you head to the channel, definitely like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can go over here and see, are you ready? Zebec and Algorand real world asset payments here. Definitely check that out. We go over the spaces in depth and we tell you why it's important for the future of Zebec. Definitely go check that video out if you haven't already. And again, one of our highest viewed videos on the channel, Zebec and XRP news. If you fall for this, it's on you. One of our highest viewed videos on the channel. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, let's get to the questions here. So to me, this is a game changer for Zebec in that um, real estate, real estate, real estate, real estate just furthers deeper connection, possibly with Ripple. We're speculating a little bit here, but I think we've had enough ammo to say that this speculation could be a possible true thing. Make sure here. I think I might have missed one more. Nope. Nope. I think I got them all in here. All right. Let's get to the comments here. Zebec, what's up, Tony S? What's up, Jose De La Torre? Things are getting exciting, bro. It's getting really exciting out here. Coinbase. Okay, that's what I wanted to cover. That was one more thing I wanted to cover. Let me go find that right quick here. So there was a lot of volume on Zebec today. And let me see who posted it. Let me bring it up here right quick. So I'm pretty sure I hearted and reposted what they said. Okay. Okay. Shout out to this guy, Koga Inja. 30 million inflows to Zebec, okay, to ZBCN. Just then, that was 30 million. How much more is coming in now? So could this be an exchange? Could this be a possible Binance listing? You see that spike right there. It's a 30 million inflow spike. That's crazy. Could this be an exchange? Could this be Binance buying in? Hey, I don't know, but again, that's some fabulous some fabulous news. Shout out to him for finding that. Very, very cool one right there. Yeah, you might want to check that one out. Yeah, let me bookmark that. Okay. I knew there was something I had to cover there. I'm glad we got that in there. Coinbase, Binance, Zebec. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. Been in since 0008. Let's go, Tony S. ZBCN will go over $1. What's up, Benjamin Awaken? What's up, Stump Rider? A lot of regulars in the house today. Appreciate it. What's up, Ruel and Crypto Team? Rue, you mentioned Kevin Garnett the other day, the big ticket. When it comes to power forwards, I also liked Timmy and Rashid. Man, I loved Rashid. You know, I'm from Detroit. I straight up want to do like a sports channel, bro, because I love Rashid Wallace. Love the going to work Pistons. Love the bad boy Pistons. Pistons were and are a very, very good team. I'd like to see Cade Cunningham win one. We'll see what happens, man. What's up, brother, man? What's up? What up, Benjamin Awaken again? Let's see here. We check out Maze and another project called Self Key. Both projects are 3 zeros and could be major hidden gems. Okay, we'll have to check those out. Let me write that down. I know you told me about Mazi a couple times, and we did look at it one day, actually. And let me see. Self Key. Hi, Edward. What's up? And yo, been waiting for this. Crypto Clay in the house. Yo. What's up, Zebec family? Let's freaking go. What's up, GS? Regular in the house. That's right, Rue. He did make a 2-year stint with Detroit from the Bad Boys era. I loved the microwave instant points. Yeah, microwave. Vinny Johnson was the Bad Boys era. Rashid was the going to work era. He was there for quite a while. Um, I think he was, of course, first he was at Portland. Then he was in Detroit, and I don't know if he did like maybe one more team before he retired, because I know he did some coaching too in like Philadelphia. I'm a big Rasheed Wallace fan. That whole ball don't lie. That whole I know people used to say that in like the hood, but like Rasheed kind of made it popular. Oh yeah, the new TV ad. Definitely go check out the new Zebec TV ad. I don't want to play it on here because there's music on it, and I don't know if the music is copyright. But I definitely want to go over there and show it to you guys. And I was joking around with Angelica Saldana on it today earlier, like when I had a little chance there at work. I was joking around with her about it. She was she said something extremely funny about it. The commercial, like funny as in like no, the commercial is very very good. But in the commercial, you see there they had a compass, right? And she was like, "Oh, they have this compass in the commercial." And we know who uses the compass, right? The 45 degrees of a compass, right? Put it in the chat if you guys know who uses the compass, right? The 45 degrees of a compass. And it looked like it was about 45 degrees too, right?
We all
Let me not end up playing it and getting the music. Okay, yeah, see? They had that compass right up front. Right up front. First 3 seconds. So yeah, let me know if you guys know who uses the compass. You know, maybe it could be something, could be nothing. Could be something, could be nothing. But Charlie J, what's up, fam? Kurt Dog with the sale with the Zebecs, the 3 Zebecs. Renee, another regular. What's up? What's up? Dreamer, another regular in the house. Kevin Garrett, another regular in the house. What's up, Kurt Dog? Another regular. What's up? Stay hungry. 100. So Clay, just keep saking, fam. 100%. BSL the best. What's up, Clemente Silva? BSL. I'm not too like I'm a little hot on BSL, but I know they dumped once. But you know, I'm a little hotter on the blue chips before it. Like if I like for instance, right? If you said SHX or BSL, I'd say SHX before BSL, but you know, I definitely did pick up some BSL couple days ago. So even though I'm saying I personally, you know, not financial advice, I like SHX better than BSL, I did pick up some. So, you know, not flooding it, but saying there are some things I prefer better than it. Mr. 56, what's your price prediction for ZBCN by the end of August? Well, you know what I mean, like by the end of August. That's a short time frame, you know what I mean? You know, not financial advice or anything like that. Basically by the end of the year, I'm thinking 5 to 10 cents. Again, I really do believe these things are going to be things where having a lot of them long term is going to be great for you. But you know, towards the end of the year might be times when I'm looking to take profits. But again, if it gets to 5 or 10 cents, that might be where I'm looking to take profits for sure. But again, I do honestly believe in Zebec to $1. Everything that they've shown us that they're looking to do payroll, and everything that they've shown us is that payroll is going to lead to retirement funds. Payroll is going to lead to them being both the on and off ramp. The on ramp being the payroll, the off ramp being the card. So they're right there, right? And we already know that Coinbase Ventures is one of their investors, and we know Coinbase has a card. So like they're already tapped into one of the biggest exchange, exchanges, like let's go ahead and go over here and just show you this, right? So as far as we know, like could Coinbase be using their card? Does their card use Zebec technology? When Gemini has their card, will they be using Zebec technology? We also know OKX is one of their OKX is an exchange. So looking at this, right? We got Coinbase Ventures, OKX, Gemini, Solana, Lightspeed Ventures with Ripple, Circle, USDC. And with Lightspeed Ventures with Ripple, you got US or RLUSD. So they're really, really in the driver's seat when it comes to the future. So, maybe I take some profits at 5 to 10 cents, but there's some Zebec I'm just going to hold on to forever, right? And then that whole premise, imagine, right? Imagine being an investor in Ripple because they have the same economics, right? And then 7 years later, you've held on to like a few million or 3 or 4 or 5 million of Zebec, and then 7 years down the line, like XRP, Zebec is $3. Well, depending on how many millions of it you have, right? You have multiple millions of dollars, right? So again, depending on whether you staked it or not, too, there might be something there. There'll be a certain piece of Zebec that I never like kind of get rid of. Or if I do get rid of it, it'll be like in very, very, very small tranches. But it's gonna be a pretty much permanent hold. Some of it will be a permanent hold for me. Did you guys not see that? So yeah, here we go. Circle, OKX Ventures, Solana, Gemini, Coinbase. Some of the biggest exchanges are holding this. So you can kind of think of Zebec as being that on and off ramp, that conduit. Remember how we read it before, right? How we read about XDB and how they were saying, oh, we have a MasterCard and we offer crypto on and off ramps. The way they do that is through Zebec. Okay. So again, very, very, very strong and very, very confidently, very confident in Zebec's future, right? To believe that we hold on to this, right, and we know about this, like I don't care how much FUD people bring out, they can't stop the research that I've seen, right? They cannot stop the research I've seen. I've connected it to we've just shown you, right? We've connected it to Ripple, we've connected it to Coinbase, we connected it to Circle, we connected it to Swift, we connected it to Japan, we connected it to Europe, we connected it to US. What else do you need, right? What else do you need? Blackrue about to connect the dots. Let's go, 100%. Into August above 0.0050. We cleared the all-time high moonshot. Now, the thing that I think is going to be a real game changer. Okay, of course we know the Clarity Act. The biggest probably game changer is going to be. Oh man, there's so many though. The XRP ETFs when they start. And again, I think we haven't really seen how ISO 20022 is going to affect the market. I don't think that has fully kicked in yet, right? So again, I think it's going to be like a month or so until that fully kicks in. So maybe August or September, we shall see it fully kick in. And again, if we think of September like the 7th month, the way it should be the 7th month, David Schwartz told us the whole jackpot date. So maybe 7/7/25, right? Might be the time that everything kicks off. I don't know, just speculation on my part. But since he told us it, maybe that's it. 7/7/25. Who knows, right? But then again, the other catalyst would be zero capital gains tax for cryptocurrencies. Now imagine, again, we just showed you here with HBAR. We just showed you here with Zebec. But again, if we go show you again with HBAR, how much are these companies going to benefit? Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, they're not going to give zero taxes on cryptocurrencies because, you know, the government needs tax money. But the part that you're missing there is that it's going to benefit corporations majorly more than it's going to benefit us crypto guys. Because again, how many people are in crypto? Like 4% of us, maybe 4 to 7%, depending on who you ask. In the realm, in the world, are in crypto. And then I think they did that on a 1-to-1 wallet basis. So if you actually look at it with people who have multiple wallets like myself, it's probably more like 1 to 2% of the entire world is in cryptocurrency. Now, if you think about that, who's going to benefit the most? The biggest 1%. And that 1% of the world is in cryptocurrency, the most are these corporations. Gosh, where did I put that whole Hedera thing? I guess we'll have to bring it back up here. Oh, there it is. So who's going to benefit most for those tax breaks? Google, Hitachi, IBM, LG, T-Mobile, Chainlink, Aberdeen, Nomura, LG. These are the guys that are going to benefit from the tax breaks. Who else is going to benefit from the tax breaks? Let's go ahead and bring up another benefactor of the tax breaks. Another benefactor of the tax breaks. Microsoft, MasterCard, Deutsche Bank, there we go. Onyx by T-Mobile, or by JP Morgan, another benefactor of the tax breaks. Let's bring up another benefactor. Some more benefactors of these tax breaks here. Stronghold. We know Stronghold is connected to IBM, but other companies they've worked with, JP Morgan, which we just showed you, they're involved with XLR. Deutsche Bank, we just showed you they're involved with XLR. So who's going to be the biggest benefit factor of these tax breaks here? Square, because they say they're investors and advisors. Square, SoFi, Bancorp, all benefactors of the tax breaks. So our little 1% of people are not going to benefit nearly as much as the corporations are going to benefit. And if you believe in the whole like trickle down economics thing, one could say that that would benefit all of us because the corporations would then, you know, they would pay less taxes and the money would come back to the employees. If you believe in the whole trickle down economics thing. What's up, RP Marketing? Mike is good. And definitely like and subscribe, guys. We're trying to, you know, we're obviously monetized on YouTube, and we're really, really close to 7,000 subscribers. And of course, the analytics say that over like 13K people watch the channel. So maybe today is the day that you subscribe. Yeah, and also we're trying to get monetized on X. We're over 3,200 strong on X. So definitely follow over there if you can as well. What's up, Mr. 56? I was hoping for 2 cents today, Clay. HBAR had a little run from being listed on Robinhood. Yep, 100%. And I think this is the whole Robinhood listing thing. I think Robinhood's gonna be so big, man. Shout out to the patrons. I gave Robinhood to the patrons as a stock when it was like at $30, around $30. Now we're up 3x on it. It's over 100 and something dollars. Okay. Like I think $106. And I do think it's gonna split at some point. Just like I think Coinbase will split at some point. And then of course when you have us, but we can talk about that more in the Patreon. Thank you, T. Riley, another very generous regular. Thank you, T. Riley, donates every time. Thank you so much, brother. T. Riley _05, Ruin Family, let's go get it. Zebec will make us multi-millionaires soon. Star that. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's see here. We talked about the payments. Thank you for this information, by the way, Dreamer. Star that. Self key is a gem from Michael Brown. Oh my God, that was a chore. You must be over the target, Rue. I'm in now. Yeah, it was crazy. My host stream did something crazy too. It had said that I had 360 people watching, then it went all the way down to like 290, and then it went back up to 800. So I don't know. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. HBARians rise 100%. What's up, Recruit? What's up, Beebs? Appreciate you coming through, bro. Wish you all the best. HBAR as well as XDC taking over in Australia 100%. Dave F and GS giving some love to Beebs. Just look at that government council. Look at it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. And people just sleep so much on HBAR. It's just because the price doesn't move much and people don't talk about it much. Any updates on XPR, Rue? Let's go to that way up north. And this was what Crypto Clay inspired when he was talking about Flare. So let's go over to XPR. Why not? Let's just have a nice time with it today. Let me make sure that I don't expose my wallet though. Let me see. Okay, I think we're good. That's not playing right now. Okay, middle pay lending. Okay. All right, let me log out there. Okay, we're logged out. Now we can go over here. Okay, so all right. So shout out to Shook Focus Digital, and we had the open mic night. Shook and I were in there talking about this. Look at MetalX lending. Okay, one of the things I want to let you guys notice about this. So their total value locked is around 31 million. Okay. Very interestingly enough, XRP is around 13 million of that. So essentially over a third of what they have locked up in their lending is XRP. Now, notice too for deposits. So if you just deposit XRP in here, you get a little bit of XRP back and you get a little bit of loan back. So they're literally essentially giving you loan tokens for putting your XRP over here. Now, what does that kind of remind me of? That reminds me of how Uphold dropped ZBCN to XRP holders. That reminds me of how Uphold dropped Flare to XRP holders. That reminds me of how Uphold dropped more ZBCN to XRP holders, Casper holders, Render holders, and BitTensor holders. So essentially, again, if you hold XRP, I think they're just going to continue to give you free stuff if you put your XRP certain places. Of course, you got to kind of be careful because you don't want the place to kind of take your XRP, right? But this is Metal X lending. You would think that they would be more, safe than most places. But of course, for me, I would never put 100% of my XRP anywhere. So, but again, this is an option for you if you want to just put a little bit of XRP over here and just get free loan token, right? Now, that's very interesting how they're doing that here with Metal Lending. I'm wondering how they got this much XRP. Of course, we know that a member of BNY Mellon is in their advisory board. We know BNY had the whole deal to Treasury RLUSD. So maybe even, I don't know if they could do this or if it's possible. Maybe some institution put a little bit of XRP over here just to get free loan token. Who knows? We do know that Uphold, that they have institutional investing in Uphold, and who knows? I think those institutional people are also they may also qualify for those airdrops. So it's quite possible that they got airdropped free ZBCN, right? Now let's hold this right here, and I want to do something kind of gematria wise. I'm curious of how this would go. Now, again, for me, guys, gematria, I'm a coder, by the way. One of the things that coding, one of the things that the compiler does is like you code and it's like, like pseudo, it's a language. It's a language just like we're speaking English, right? The compiler will take that code that's written in a certain syntax, a certain language, and it will compile it down to zeros and ones. And that's called binary code. So essentially, to me, when I'm doing gematria, it's no different than binary code. I'm taking words and I'm compiling them down to a number, right? So I know some people might think this might be like, pseudo stuff or whatever, but again, why would they choose certain things and they have them line up? That's not like a coincidence, in my opinion. It's my opinion. So again, I've shown you how XLM, XDC, XRP all kind of line up here. 14, which is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. Those are also 5. These are 4, and these are also 4. 5 plus 8 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. You can see that. I've also showed people before how Bitcoin is also an X token. I think Bitcoin, the X value for Bitcoin is XTC. Let me see. It's a Kraken post. See if I can find it. I think it's XBTC. I might have that wrong. Okay, XBT. That's it. So Bitcoin already has an X designation. As of April 26, 2021, Kraken changed to using BTC. XBT is still used for API, future API, and logs and downloads purposes. The abbreviation XBT comes from the International Standards Organization, the ISO organization. So another way of writing Bitcoin is XBT. Okay, as you can see here, they have XRP, which is just the way that Metal is referring to it, by the way, here. And also the way that they're referring to it here. Could Metal be somehow related to the ISO standards organization or the IMF organization? That's for you to kind of decide there. I don't know, but I'm just pointing out the pattern. What you can see here, XBT is Bitcoin, XAU is gold, and there's also these things called special drawing rights, XDC, or no, XDR. So if we put those in the gematria calculator here, so XBT, XAU, which is gold, and AU, I believe, is the periodic table value for gold, or symbology for gold. And then what was the other one? XDR, which is special drawing rights. So you see those line up as well. 46, 46. 10, which, 10 is alpha and omega, or 0 and 1. Alpha and omega, beginning and the end, Aurora Boros, if you will, little symbology for you. Of course, 19 or 1 and 9 could also be alpha and omega. But, and plus 1 plus 9 is 10. So that's the same too. 35, 35, 17, 17. So we got special drawing rights, which is what the IMF uses. Gold and Bitcoin, all same numbers. Or same numbers there. So just curious what XRP would do. Huh, interesting. Lines right up with this. I didn't do that on purpose, guys. I really didn't. But you can see it lines right up with these ISO standards. XDR, XAU, XBT. Lines right up with it. 17, 17, 17. 2 plus 6 is 8. You can see that's 8 there. This is 10 here. And this is 10 here. Interesting. I did not do that on purpose. That I was just curious to see what it would do. And it did what it did. Very, very interesting there. Very, very interesting there. Okay, so let me. Okay. Oh, did you not see it the whole time here? Sorry about that. So XLM, XDC, XRP, same number values here for these guys. 5 here, 5 here, 4 here, 4 here. XBT, XAU, XDR. 8 here, 8 here. 1 plus 9 is 10. So same thing here. Same thing here. XRP, same kind of line up with this. So if we know that these are things that are recognized by the IMF and the ISO standards organization, then to me it almost says that they're going to recognize XRP as well. And we got this directly from Kraken over here. Excuse me, that this comes from the International Standards Organization. And I can show you what the special drawing rights, we can go bring that up right now too. And I've pointed this out like many times. Drawing rights. Okay, so one way to say it is SDR. Another way to say it is XDR. Let me see. There used to be a wiki that would say that. Hopefully this one says it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, code XDR. Special drawing rights. SDRs, code XDR. Our supplementary foreign exchange reserve assets defined and maintained by the International Monetary Fund. There we go. So very, very interesting there. Yes. So let's see what, going back to Metal blockchain. I don't know. I think this is a pretty interesting find we have here. Oh, I just mistakenly closed that. Let me close a couple things down though, so we can have some more memory so we don't accidentally shut down. Okay. So let's go back here to Metal blockchain again. Let's bring it up. Metal lending. And then I can show you how that relates to Flare. So they have X Doge and X Litecoin. Let's see if how that relates, at least gematria wise, if those line up. I don't know that they will, but we can try. X Doge. Oh, there it goes. Lines right up. The thing that they want to keep telling you is a meme coin. X what was it? Litecoin? XLTC. Okay, that one doesn't. Doge does though. So interesting. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way here, this probably deserves to be its own show, but since someone brought it up, I'm gonna talk about it. Now if we go and look at Flare, okay, Flare is doing something similar to XBR. And they're doing it via these F access, F assets. Okay, so let's share this. They're doing pretty much the same thing, built on Flare's protocols, FXRP directly from XRP on the XRP ledger. Like basically, they're allowing people to like stake XRP and get some revenue from it, or get like an extra token or interest essentially from it. In the same way we just saw here with the Metallicus, except when you look at their inflow, okay, they're gaining a lot of inflow here, but it's still lower than Metallicus's, it seems like to me. So 7.01 million of XRP in here. So you could come in here and do this kind of this pool reward system and get rewarded in these tokens. You have to decide for you if this works for you. But if we go back here, they're doing literally the same thing. FX, right? And FB for Bitcoin and FD for Dogecoin. Same coins, but yet they're using F. And I'm going to do some etymology things as far as like the letter F and the letter X. Sometimes they're interchangeable a little bit, but let's see if they're mathematically a little interchangeable. Let's look at what happens if I put in FXRP. Well, look at that. Well, what do you know? You cannot write this stuff. You can't write it. Look at that. I didn't pick that. Are we all looking at this? Are we all looking at this stuff? And people swear that this stuff is like bogus, right? Are we all looking? Are we all looking at this, right? Okay. So mathematically adds right up. Let's just look at that one more. Let's see if we can do that with Doge, right? Where were we? F Doge. Well, I'll be. Look at that. Matches right up. All right. So could we be looking at all these reserve currencies? Could we be looking at, as far as Doge, XRP, Bitcoin, gold, and these special drawing rights? Are we looking at the reserve currencies right now? I kind of feel like that. So again, when we're talking about holding on to your XRP, we're really literally kind of talking about you holding on to gold. We're literally kind of talking about that. So F Doge 1717. So 8888 1010 1010. And by the way, 8. What is the 8 but an Ouroboros? You know, what is the 8 but an Ouroboros? And I think today this is the year of the snake, and the Chinese zodiac, where we're getting kind of deep into symbolism. But yeah. But anyways, very, very interesting there. So 8 and of course the 10 could be represented by the Ouroboros because it's 0 on 1 on off, life death, like that. So again, these are not numbers I made up. I didn't pick these letters. It just there it is. Which is like kind of crazy when you think about it, because people, I think, recognize the symbolism. And that's why I say, like, you should, and I want to do more of this in the Patreon. When you recognize these kind of symbolisms and these numbers and the way that they work, you really get to see some of the hidden stuff behind, like, so if you know this, like, they're extra dots to let you know, hey, okay, this is something, right? It's just an extra tool in your toolbox to say, this is what it is, right? So let's continue on here. And this is inspired by Way Up North and Crypto Clay. Very, very interesting here, in my eyes here. So it just made me more bullish on Flare, on XBR, on Doge, I'm already bullish on XRP, but so really we're looking at reserve currencies here in my mind. And I think those numbers and things like that kind of clarify that for us. No clarity this week, Rue. Unfortunately, late September, most likely. Thank you for that, Crypto Clay. Star that. Again, got Sis in the house. Hey, Rue Clue, hit that like button, please. Thank you. HBAR governing council is equivalent to the Empire in Star Wars. Resistance is futile. 100% out here. GS. Agree, GS. Flare just loaded up today. Yes, indeed. Zebec, Flare, best deals in crypto right now. Charlie J, what's up? I use the back profit to buy more before airdrops are done. Flare, what's up, Dexter Allen, Brother Rue? Do you think BSL is going to do? How do you think it's going to do on a Hedera system? Again, I think just like out of the things we just kind of pointed out here, Again, I think BSL is like I'm telling you this, but I also bought some a couple days ago. So I did buy some a couple days ago. So I'm not fudding it because I bought more a couple days ago. Okay. So I'm prefacing everything I'm saying by telling you I just bought some. Okay. I'm being very, very honest right now. However, when I try to compare it, when I compare it to these things that are offering you kind of staking or dividends for XRP and how they're very intimately connected to XRP, would I rather have Flare? Would I rather have XBR? Would I rather have Metal? Would I rather have Loan? I think I might rather have those. And how kind of intimate they are connected to this XRP ecosystem. I think I would probably have those as far as in the long run when it comes to if it was like, okay, well, BSL or Flare, BSL or XPR. That's just how I'm looking at it right now. Rue knows what's up. Wait till they add ZBCN to this fund. 100%. Where can we stake HBAR, Mr. Crypto Boomtastic, on the Hashpack wallet? Let me see. If I click on that, will it show mine? Okay. No, it won't. Okay, so you see the Hashpack. That's the wallet that you need to take. You can get a Google, app for it, and that's what you want to use, this Hashpack wallet here. For all I know, that could be some type of symbol itself, even though it just looks like a little old Hashpack. It could be some symbol that we should be looking at. Who knows? Let me go back here. Share the screen. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All good. All right. Only 44 likes, 22 watching. Let's go, family. Yes, definitely like here. Joe Repierce posted the stream. Appreciate it, Joe. What's up, Face Facts? Been in here regular. Appreciate you. What's up, Volatility Cowboy? Again, thank you for sharing the screen, reposting the stream. Pisado, what's up? Another faithful in there. You made your comments here made an appearance in the shorts. Hope you guys are checking out and liking the shorts. Japan Open Chain. Google it. Ooh. Thanks for that, Alpha. I'm gonna definitely take a picture of that here. I love it. The community is always giving of information. That was racist, bro. What was did I say something racist? What do you mean, Yo Jimbo? I'm sorry if I said something racist. It was not my intention. Mad apologies to whoever I was racist to there. I really mean that. Let's go. I hope all is well, brother. What's up, Crypto Crossroads Show? Let me highlight bro's channel and his X here. Bring that up. So if you guys go over to Twitter here or X, type in the Crypto Crossroads Show. You can head to his YouTube right here. Again, he's a member of my community. He just started his channel. So if you see 439 subscribers, bro just started his channel like 4 months ago, as you can see here. But like I said, he's a member of my community and he shared really great information with me in the past about Swift and other things. He and I just did a collaboration on Velo and Lightlink. He also speaks about Swift blockchain and also about IXS. Okay, so if you guys come over here and wait, did I not? Oh, okay, let me go back. I mistakenly did not share his channel here. So yeah, again, like I said, if you guys see small amount of subscribers, he just started his channel 4 months ago. So definitely check him out. We just recently did a collaboration on my channel here. If you come over to my channel, you look at right here well, it's in the For You for me, but I think if you go to the lives here, you'll see it right here. Blackrue and Crypto Crossroads, Lightlink, and Velo connection. Very great information there. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. Everybody, please get the likes up. What's up, Royal Pounds? Appreciate you, brother. Can't forget about Swift versus ZBCN. What's up, Pharmacopoeia? What's up, Brother Rue? Sweet is dipping. What's up, Face Facts? What's up, TK? Is Zebec really getting a Binance listing? Hey, I'm hoping so. Zebec needs a Ripple partnership, Rue. Tell me I'm wrong. Everyone needs Ripple security partnerships, regulatory clarity, as well as liquidity. Let's be honest, family. 100%. Just to their little side quest, side quest part of the show that we just went into on Flare and XPR, that really shows you if you're connected to Ripple, you're probably going to do something in the next financial revolution, right? It's kind of a reason why Cardano went out of its way to say after saying, oh, the XRP community is toxic. Now all of a sudden they're saying, hey, we're going to connect into XRP. Now all of a sudden they're going to connect into XRP. So yeah, I agree, Crypto Clay. But as we just seen, right, with Lightspeed Partners being an investor in Zebec, we know Zebec is connected to Ripple. We know it, and they've told us with the Silver Card having the USD, the RLUSD connection there. We know they're connected. Oh, yep. Exactly, Pharmacopoeia. Exactly. Dude, where have you been my entire life? Brilliant. Jarius McBride. Appreciate it, brother. Pharmacopoeia. Yep. What's up, LNU clone? Zebec will use XRP, XLM, RLUSD, and USDC, as well as multiple other blockchains and stablecoins to bring real-time payroll to the world in any currency. Like clap on that. The little golf clap on that one. 100%. Know what you hold, and that's what we hold with Zebec, man. That is why I'm extremely excited about them. And when I say this will change everything, honestly, Zebec will change everything. Being the on and off ramp for various different cryptos, various different payroll opportunities, various different DeFi opportunities connecting to payroll, connecting to your digital identity. Like, yeah, they're going to change everything. They really are. And we are investing on the ground level, sub penny. Like, it's almost hard to believe when you think about it, but it's the truth. We've done the research, so we know, right? Angela, what's up? Wow, this market keeps dumping in more. I keep buying in. Yep, 100%. Yes, that XRP partnership will cut rates. Gonna turn us up. What's up, Rico Clean? What's up, Pharmacopoeia? Creative Control reposted the stream. What's up, Creative Control? What's the odds? What's odd about the XRP prices? It's ranked as the top 3 crypto coin yet. It's priced at 3 something. The pricing heavily manipulated. 100%. I really do think that. It really is. It really is. Um, but eventually it will be allowed to go where it needs to go. But don't be fooled. Just because the price isn't moving as much or in tandem with the news, XRP is going to get to where it needs to go. They're not basing all these systems. They're not giving people free valuable tokens, free airdrop valuable tokens for holding XRP for no reason. They're not. It's simply, if you follow all of this information, it leads you directly to XRP being that deal, being that next reserve currency, right? And what I showed you with the numbers here, right? Quote unquote, kind of decoding them, right? I didn't pick these, right? This is just, it is what it is. From Doge, both on Flare and on XPR, all the way down to, special drawing rights, all the way down to gold and Bitcoin. They are the next. They are reserve currencies. This is what it's telling me. This is coming from, like, all of these match what the ISO organization through, like, the IMF chose for them. This is it. So, I mean, it is what it is. Okay. So let's go back here. All right, let's continue on here. Zebec holding strong at 0045. Rico Kling is back. Rico King Blackrue, what's up? What's up, Crust Cracker? Zebec to the freaking moon. Zebec holding up like a beast. Z what? Who? Where can I buy Propi on Coinbase? Hit that like button, everyone. It really helps the channel. Thank you, sis. Zebec runs every time things are red. 100% it does. It seems to run inverse of everything. Yo, it does. Charlie, yeah, I noticed that too. You ever heard of G-Trade? It lets you trade perpetual futures on stocks like Nvidia and Meta. Speaking of perpetual futures, right here, we'll get it. Right here with this link right here, this QR code, you can go to BTCC, where you can trade perpetual futures on cryptocurrencies. They even give you free USDT if you fund your account. So definitely check that out. It also helps the channel out. So definitely check out BTCC. Your QR code is right there, and it's another way to help the channel by doing something you were going to do anyway. Okay, so definitely check that out there. And let's go back to the share here. Not that one, but this one. Coinbase soon. What's up, Ocean View Coffee Shop? ZBCN #1. OG Crypto. YouTube sucks real. I'm not getting any alerts. Yeah, it seems like that's been happening to me lately from people, man. I don't know. I'll try to make the shows consistent on Mondays so you guys know. Just know to come through on Mondays at 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish. I don't seem to be shadow banned, but I know sometimes people do not get my alerts. So, we'll just always have a show here on Monday for you guys, okay? So, Monday around 6, definitely come check it out. And we just went over 1,000 people. We got 849 on X. So thank all you guys who retweeted the post here and retweeted the stream. I really appreciate it. We also have 154 on YouTube. Definitely like and subscribe on the YouTube if you guys haven't already, because I am monetized on YouTube, so that definitely helps. Pumping, what's up, Sun Moon 4774, XRP HBAR 100%. Jarius McBride, why would you say that Zebec would be a blue chip? I would actually say that. I think we've just really determined that, right? Again, if I'm going to reference what I mentioned a couple days ago with the XDB chain, shout out to Maximus Crypto for pointing this out. He pointed this out here, and then I knew that they had a silver card with XDC here. I'm just not getting this one right here. Hold on one second. So shout out to my boy Max. It takes a team, 100%. Where is it? Here. Let's see here. I had it from yesterday. Okay, there it is. So it says built-in support for fiat on and off ramps and real-world payments rails powered by MasterCard. Now, we'll show you how these guys actually have a Zebec card. So when they talk about support for fiat on and off ramps and that they have a real-world payment rails powered by MasterCard, they're talking about Zebec, guys. They're talking about Zebec. So when other companies that are related to Zebec mention that language, we should start to think about Zebec when we hear that. What just happened there? Okay, so we should start thinking about Zebec when we hear this. And I'll show you. We'll scroll down until we get to those guys. There we go, right there, right here. So we should start thinking about Zebec when we think about this, right? It's straight up, straight up, like gives me straight, like really excited that this is it, right? Because I've heard that language a little with a lot of other cryptocurrencies that are related to Zebec, and it didn't completely dawn on me that it was Zebec. But now that we have a concrete example, we should know now when we hear the fiat on and off ramps and that they use MasterCard, that is Zebec. Okay? Straight up Zebec. Ripple might use Corium as a tokenized asset. BSX token might be a hidden gem. Arthur Hayes is in it. What's good, brother? What's up, King Pound 1? Jason Hubert, can you go deeper into Zebec's proof of point of sale? I know they have point of sale. They haven't really given us too much information on it, other than the Mida company, and I've gone into that. We can go over it a little bit today. Here, let me close some stuff here. Okay, let's get into that a little bit. Okay, so alrighty, let's go into this here. Okay, let's share this tab here. And okay, so they've gone into a little bit. So pilots, Mida is Zebec's payment pilot program that handles 500 million of cross-border payments between the U.S. and Mexico. Building off of immediate access, we plan to expand to Thailand and Nepal, where we know Sam Thapalia is Nepali, so they probably are going to expand it to Nepal, where the market value opportunity is 50 billion. Zebec multisig is also being tested by a few international transport companies, as well as a payment tool for the escrow, where international commerce can happen without a bank as an escrow partner. We expect this part of the company to grow gradually. So that part as a whole with the escrow, that's pretty huge. And we kind of gone into this, right? So EMEDA, telecos, and service provider distributors grow their sales. Distribution to the underbanked through our channel management platform featuring total visibility control, point of sale intelligence in 36 countries, 50K plus point of sale units. Okay, so we already know they have this in Mexico. We already know people have Zebec cards, right? So this, I think, is a little bit, I mean, this is their focus, but I think their focus mostly is on the payroll, right? But they have this. They have this as well. Rock Trip, so back to $1. Let's go. Another regular in the house and another regular in the house. What's up, WF Capital? Holding 40 million strong. Let's go, bro. Glitch on the loan protocol. CoinGecko has a price listed as 0.0000847, but MetalPay has it listed as 0.00068. So 685. Get the dips. Thank you for that. I might have to buy some of that junk tonight. Some more of that tonight. So yeah, definitely get that while it lasts, guys. Again, you can already see, which I showed you guys, Ripple guys are over here getting that loan token for free. So it's going to be something that's going to be valuable in the future. It just is. So that, I think, is why we're seeing so much movement in the loan token, is that the Ripple people are collecting it right now. So here we go. Snatching up Velo and Casper dips, King Pound. Zebec's biggest upside. Rue, New Jersey's in the house. What's up, Let's Square? Let's Square was in the open mic night. Definite value there in the Patreon. Financial freedom, fourth quarter. What do you see is the best safe exit on Zebec? For me, the 5 cents there seems like the safest exit, around 5 cents. So for me, around 5 to 10 cents. But again, I plan to hold some Zebec forever. ZBCN at 400 million market cap. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Let's see. Yep, Henry Hen got it there. If you were new, would you consider go 50? Okay, yeah. So I always like to do a split. You know, that sounds, you know, it's up to you what you want to do with your you know, non-financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I like that. I like that. But you know, you have to decide what works for you personally, but I actually like that. You know, I mean, when I have the decision between two, I'll always do a split. It could be 50-50, 60-40, you know, whichever you prefer. But definitely, I think, you know, XRP and Zebec are two blue chips. But of course, XRP is that for sure blue chip. And just like I broke down to you tonight, you see how XRP people are using XRP to just collect free valuable tokens. When I say quote unquote free, I'm talking about the staking. They're just literally basically staking it here where they're going to leave it somewhere anyway. And they're getting, quote unquote, pretty much free loan token for just parking it there. It's amazing. Yep, Egyptians too with the compass. Let's go, Tony S. I'm pretty sure they're referencing 9 with 4 or 5. Gotcha. My good man Rue, thank you for all you do. No problem, Magic Hat. Fed cut September, November. Deadline for ISO for quarter will be big, 100%. We're still waiting on Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken listings. Any news on HBAR? We just got to that. What price do you see Zebec in 5 years? Definitely beyond $1. Definitely beyond $1. Like beyond $1. Take into account and imagine, they get everything going with the science card, right? And then now university students are using Zebec cards. We already got kind of it going with like Coinbase cards, right? Where people are using Coinbase cards and stuff like that. Imagine now people are using this, university students are using Zebec cards. Like nurses are using Zebec cards. Uber drivers are using Zebec cards. All of that goes into the buyback, remember? Because they have a buyback. So it's going to make it deflationary, and it's going to start deflating the coin a lot. And, all of this is going to require regulation. All this is going to require the science card. It's going to require the science card test to go well, which I'm sure it is going well already. We kind of see it in what they tell us the numbers are. So here we go, right? The numbers and the buyback. It's almost like the whole escrow thing with Stronghold and Ripple, but in this case, it's in the form of a buyback. So gradually over time, due to this buyback, we should see Zebec really increase in price, right? So the mechanism is already built in for it. Excuse me. So thanks for the question, Mo. Peace, Rue, and blessings to you. Thank you so much, Photo Phoebus. What's up, Flaco in the house? HBAR, fire. Let's go, Flaco. In 2024, estimated 650 million crypto accounts. How many of those are duplicate user accounts? How many of those are bot accounts? How many of those are inactive wallets? The crypto consumer base is relatively small. 100% star that. So I completely agree with that. So really, guys, this puts us in the driver's seat to be the next 1%. If we can hold out. If you can hold out to these laws being passed, if you can hold out to XRP being over $100, if you can hold out, and you put your money into the right projects, right? Hint, hint. Patreon, we give you a weekly watch list or bi-weekly watch list. We also give you, a stock list, a monthly stock watch list. So there, of course, we have the shows as well, and we talk about different ones on the show. If you can hold out, you have the chance, the opportunity to be the richest of the richest of the richest. And shout out to you, Pizarro. I think we one of my shorts where you mentioned, well, if you had the opportunity to be the first to invest in the computer industry, like what was it, like 1970, 1980? That's the opportunity in front of us right now. That is the opportunity in front of us right now. So can you do it? Can you hold out? Yeah, I love the new commercial, Dave C. That commercial was great. They hit a home run with that commercial. They really did. Another 3 hours, seriously? What's up, Kevin King? Hey man, let's try to hit it 3 hours. Plays the Zebec TV commercial. I can't because I don't want the music to hit me. Love your research. Can't listen to long videos over 30 minutes once in a while, but not that often. Again, Kev, I know you say this all the time, but my long shows are my best watch shows. They're watched over like way more than my short content. Again, like I just showed earlier, um, Don't Fall For It was one of my highest ranked shows, and it was 3 hours. So I'm not stopping to do the 3 hour shows. But we do have videos that are shorter content for you. We still have that. And of course, the show also has a format in which the format is I give the information and then I come out to questions for the crowd. Again, the questions for the crowd inspire things just like how we went over Flare and we went over XPR. You don't have those things unless the crowd inspires questions. So I'm not gonna stop doing that. But again, feel free to watch only parts of the show. That's there for you to do. Um, Average viewership on YouTube with the phrase crypto is uh, 10K to 50K views. Ripple has 3.1 million followers on X. How many of those followers are duplicate accounts or business-minded individuals? 100%. Like not that many people even know about cryptocurrency. Period. And then how many people just know about Bitcoin? And then how many people just know about Bitcoin and Ethereum? And then how many people know about XRP? Right? I tend to say like there are a lot of people that know nothing about crypto, but then the ones that do know only know about Bitcoin, and then the ones if you're just a little step above that, you might know Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you know all three, that still doesn't make you like pretty much a crypto follower, right? But you just know about those three. Now, who knows about Bitcoin, Ethereum, um, XRP, and HBAR? And then further still, who knows about Zebec, right? Can you talk about BSL and its part of HBAR ecosystem and how it's working with XRP, I think? Well, I know that people have told me that. I know I've seen certain information about that, but I'll have to develop a show and talk about that. But at this point, right, I don't think we can talk about it today. We've been through a lot of different things today, and I think that would be a really good like show itself. In retrospect, many people know and understand crypto every day. Average everyday consumer hears the news about Bitcoin, but when it comes to mean average, maybe 100 million global users are legit. Yep, if that. 100 million. Like, what is that as far as world population, right? When there's like 8 billion. We keep the videos concise. Love your content and in your Patreon. Can't listen to very long videos. It is what it is. I like to listen to a select group of people. Okay, no worries, no worries. But I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep the show what the show is. You know, I do offer both things to everyone. I really do. So we do have short form content and we do have long form content, and it seems to work really well. Uh, That one guy, they're gonna cash you into the Super Bowl Ripple commercial. I would love that, bro. And I'm on IMDb. If you guys didn't know, I did some acting like way back in the day in my school years. So you guys can find me on IMDb. Um, our, I'm not as big into it as King though. Shout out to the gentleman of crypto. Shout out to King Bless, bros, and the whole uh, commercial for what is it called? Newegg Business Bill. Shout out to King out here. Of that 100 million, how many are trust me, Bo? Meme coin pumpers and the everyday consumer comes with the crypto. They will YouTube it and follow the sheep. 100%. Research and ecosystems are your best friend. 100%. Which Zebec? There are three of them. No, there are not three of them. There's only ZBCN. ZBCN. Anything else is not Zebec. There's only one Zebec. Let me clear that up for you. You go to Coin Market Cap. Let me definitely take the time for this person. I hope they're still around here. If you go to Coin Market Cap and you look at ZBCN, this is the right thing. So on Coin Market Cap, this is ZBCN. You can buy this on Uphold. That's maybe like the safest way to do it. Get yourself an Uphold account, but you can also use the exchanges that are listed here. They're actually listed on a good amount of exchanges. You can get them on crypto.com. You can get them in a DeFi way. I probably think that you might be a new person. So I would take it that you probably don't have a DeFi wallet. But if you don't have a DeFi wallet, I think the quickest thing for you to do, not financial advice, but the best thing for you to do, or quickest thing for you to do, would be to get an Uphold account. I don't know if you're in America or not, but Uphold, this is where you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies with Uphold. Hopefully it doesn't log me into my account. Okay, good. So Uphold, this is where you could buy ZBCN if you're looking for it. But that's the one to buy. And then we can get into contract addresses and stuff like that if you need that. The crypto market right now equals build it and they will come. Average everyday consumer is not here yet. You are early because no one knows or believes or has money to invest. Star that. I think there was some stat where it was like literally the average American cannot afford a $500 emergency. Like, that is insanity when you think about it. But also when you think about it and you look at how the American dollar is so lucrative around the world. Like, literally, if you have the American dollar and you go to some place like the Philippines or Mexico, you are literally getting like 3 to 4 times the value because your American dollar is worth so much money, right? Of course, when you talk about places like Mexico, you definitely want to be in a safe spot. In Mexico, shout out to Simon Family Investments and RIP Simon. They found a very safe spot in Mexico. He moved his family there like before that stuff was even popular, and they got really good value out of their money. Going to some place like Thailand or the Philippines or Vietnam, those are also places where you could get really good value out of the American dollar. But again, the average American doesn't have $500 to spend on a emergency. So I know, like, when people first come into the market, they think about meme coins, thinking like the fast money and the lotto ticket. But honestly, you really should be thinking about blue chips the XRPs of the world, the HBARs of the world, and start to build a portfolio. You can, if you really want to, you can have part of your portfolio be, lotto picks, but you really want to build a good portfolio with things like XRP, HBAR, Zebec, things like that. You want to start a solid portfolio until you can know what you're doing and you can see a scam for a scam and you can see different things in the crypto market. It's all a learning experience for sure. Everything is a code, even the way people think and the choices they make along with the decisions they make are all embedded codes, all keeping us connected just with different interfaces. Gotta star that one. I love it. Very interesting, brother. Great work, Ruo. Inspector. Rue Gadget. Nice work, man. I love it. Star that one. Star that one. Star that one. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Say that 10 times quick. Bro, I tried. Just once. It was an adventure. What's up there way up north? Yes, sir, we see. Yeah, that's crazy stuff, man. I didn't know that when I was putting it in. It just worked out that way. It just worked out that way. It's crazy, bro. Zebec has 100 billion supply. For BlackRock to buy up the entire supply based on current price, it will cost them 364 million. Supply shot. Yep. And pay attention to silver, brother Hawk. Silver, you're right. Doge will become the e-god, the electronic god, super intelligence, governance. What is up, Andrew Gonzalez? That's interesting. But remember, guys, I've shown you guys on the channel before. We always thought Doge was like this cute little dog emoji, right? But a Doge is actually a Venetian official. He was actually the money leader. Okay, the word Doge comes from Latin dux, meaning leader, and Venetian for duke, highest official of the Republic of Venice, right? And when you look at a lot of the banks, right, like ING, they have a Venetian lion, right? And different organizations have the Venetian lion as their symbol, right? Banks just happen to be one of them. But yeah. So all this time we thought Doge was referring to the little dog, when really it was referring to possibly a Venetian official, right? So right away, when it was named Doge, some people knew because they knew what a Doge was, right? And here we are thinking it's just a cute little dog picture and a meme coin. just one of the another reason why symbolism, it kind of pays to research that, right? It really pays to research that. Cause you didn't see it. Here we go. Because then you know, you tried to put one on me right there with the little dog and it's just a meme coin type of deal, but I got it. Copper as well. The serpent is deeply embedded in the medical field. Yes, indeed. Along with the venom, they're always trying to inject under our skin. Ooh, you're getting kind of deep there, bro. Getting kind of deep there. Silver is a sleeper. Anyone hear anything on the impossible mining? They just made, they just had it in Pennsylvania. HBAR is referencing Jacob's ladder or the bar. The Masonic bar. Ooh, interesting. And then there's also Planck's constant is HBAR. I didn't realize that, but Apparently, Planck's constant is HBAR. Symbols everywhere, 100%. Zebec Mafia for life. Let's go, that one guy. Arash TV Bible stories. I apologize, I'm late. XRP is Templars. Symbol divine, feminine, and male. Interesting. I did not know that. That's interesting. No problems for being late there. I'm glad you're watching. Symbols are always hidden within our language. That's why alphabet rhymes with see what you're saying there, Pharmacopoeia, and I agree with that. What's up, Yazid? In the house. Yazid Yair Bey, Zabet, 4 rockets, let's go. LNU clone. Yep. Yes. Exactly, which I'm sure Mr. Bay knows here. I agree with that statement there, LNU clone. I agree exactly with that statement. Just saying, for sure. For sure. I agree with that statement that you made there. Remember when you're spelling your forecasting spells, 100%. The price of XRP is being manipulated. Yep, as in many others. Who are the big ballers buying Zebec? Is it Coinbase or yeah? Well, it may be. I just opened a BTC account, just getting familiar with it. Awesome. Yeah. Shadow ban for releasing hidden knowledge. Good stuff on me. Well, I hope I'm not. It seems like I'm not, but who knows? I don't know. It seems as though I'm not, but people always say that they don't get my updates. But again, my channel is growing, so it seems like I'm not, and hopefully I don't become. So I try to put some of that knowledge on the Patreon because, you know, YouTube doesn't take kindly to all type of knowledge. Let's just say it that way. They found a bunch of Trump XDC. Okay, interesting. Zebec gets me hyped like fishing, 100%. My mom loves to fish. God rest her soul. In LNU, I have Zebec carbon card and used it at McDonald's here in Australia. Thank you, Dan Sydney. Hold on 1 second, guys. How many more comments we got? A lot more. I need to get some water, guys. Hold on 1 second. Yes, that's a lot better. All right. I tried to open a Zebec card a month ago, and it was, and I wasn't successful. You know, I think some people have had troubles with that. Um, I had to check that out and see what's going on there, but I believe some people have had troubles. Um, so many investment opportunities, but it's impossible to be across everything. Yep. What is up, Jack Thompson? Hey, shalom to you and the rest of the channel. Just got here. Yeah, Jack is a lot alone. I'm trying to build up my loan profile too, bro. Out here, Jack. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Dan Sydney, did you have an easy time getting your carbon card? Thailand, you say? I live in Thailand. Oh, really? There we go. Not too self to research Zebec. It's good to maybe read Zebec white paper 100%. I have no money, but hey, changing the world is fun 100%. Okay, let's keep going. What's up, Uncle Buster in the house? Appreciate you, brother. What is going on, Uncle Buster? 50-50 is a good mix for sure. I've been telling people for months to mix the two. Shout out everywhere. Yeah, definitely check out Uncle Buster here, guys. Let me go ahead and hit your channel up. Definitely check him out and check out his YouTube as well. So here we go. Definitely check out Uncle Buster, guys. He was kind enough to share my information on his channel too. And I just want to return the favor here. Let me see. See if I can find his YouTube. There we go. Definitely check out his YouTube as well. Thank you for coming through, brother. Really appreciate it. Wait, did I share it? Okay, there we go. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Yes, they did partner with Algo. Their Rico Mart 1. See here. Thank you, Dave F. Appreciate it, brother. Need HBAR to go to $50. Let's go. Me too, man. What's up, Lobos? Lubos like. What platform are they staking loan protocol on? That would be Metal X Lending. You go, oh, we don't want to log in there. You can stake loan right here. So but you got to lock it up for a certain amount of time. And you can get multipliers here with it. I would always be hesitant to lock mine up for a certain amount of time. It's on you. You know, it's up to you how long you want to lock yours up for. You can see total locked loan. They got like 66.6 billion locked. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount locked there. Crypto is a coder's dream because it's all about encrypted messages within code. We will all be legends 100%. What's up, Wayne Kiefer? Many people like to focus on one project. That's true. Zebec taking off. Is it right? Is it taking off right now as we speak? Oh man, I think it is. I just had a buzz there. Wow, look at that. Look at that. This always happens while we're live, bro. It always happens while we're live. I love it. I love it. Just keep going there, Zebec. Just keep going. Yes, indeed. Yeah, baby. I had to change my alert there. So you guys might have heard something that sounds like a smoke alarm. That was my smoke alarm. That was my crypto alarm there. So let's see here. AZ, thanks, no problem. I do like Uphold. What's up, Jose de La Torre again? When we're talking about an ecosystem in bubbles, it sounds like we're talking about water. Yes, indeed. Yes, it does. At Pharmacopoeia, the most recent Simpsons XRP videos from Crypto Liking come to mind. Yes, indeed. Everything revolves around water. Yep. After farming water for 9 months and coming through the birth canal. Yes, indeed. Star that one. Quant for sure. Like in Simpsons videos talking about Ripple XRP and Chelsea Football Club. I knew before liking. Nice. Waters above, waters below. ZBCN pumping. What's up? R. Taveras. Rugatch. Oh man. Doge goes back to Venice. Yes. Yep. The Duke. The black nobility. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Knowledgeable audience over here. ZBCN pumping. Nice. I feel like ZBCN is just climbing back from last month. Yes, indeed it is. But now to take its next leg above the 0.007. This next leg above is going to get over a cent. It's going to be over a cent. So let's see how far it goes over a cent. I'm trying to get it to, I think we'll get it to 5. Not me personally, but I know it'll get to 5. We've shown you different precedents like Harmony 1, Reserve Rights, AMP token, where they've gone all the way to 10 cents from the same price with the same amount of tokenage. So 5 to 10 cents is where I'm at with this still. Outstanding info on Doge. Damn, I don't know everything. Watch this space. Chelsea Football Club needs a front of the shirt sponsor. Now imagine they are sponsored by Ripple, Quant, or Zebec. Global TV coverage. Ooh, yeah. Yep. Zebec is on the move. Let's go. Yand in Tampa. I found out about Doge a few years ago. In the most recent Simpsons XRP decode, the word supply shock sold out. You want a supply shock to happen to drive price up and up and up. There we go. Zebec is moving. Thinking about calling Caleb and Brown. Want to make sure I grab another healthy bag of Zebec network. I have a short term and long term. A forever bag is necessary player and 100%. Shout out to Caleb and Brown. They are sponsors of the show. There is a Caleb and Brown link in the chat if you guys want to use them to buy Zebec. That's another way. I definitely just zonked out and forgot about that way when AZ was talking about it. But yes, you can also buy Caleb and Brown through the link, and the link should be in the description. Yeah, we took a look. The Ripple Flask represents financial alchemy and wizardry. 100% Jack Thompson. You're not shadow banned. It's the algorithm. The algorithm will slow information down about this, and then it will flood out. Then it will flood it with the videos. Okay, that's what I thought. That's how I thought. Like, I thought I'm not banned. Thank goodness, right? I try to keep it so it's not like that. So thank goodness. Von Wig, look at Zebec. Let's go. Mainly music. What's up, brother? It's been a while. What's going on, bro? Hey, Ruel, good call on Zebec. It's been pumping. Mainly music was the first person to tell me about DTCC back in the day. Been a while, bro. Been a while, bro. Thanks for coming through. Good to see you. Rico Mark, one, do you have an exit strategy? Well, I've said it. I've said it. You know, around about 5 to 10 cents. That's what I'm gonna look to take some profits. But again, I think these are gonna be things that you hold on to for the rest of your life, and just earn staking from them, earn dividends from them, like people have earned from AT&T, like people have earned from Ford stock. Case in point, if we go back here, just for holding Ripple, people are getting loan token right here, right? Just for holding Doge, people are getting loan token right here, right? It's not that much Doge over here. It's only like a million, right? 1.5 million, but people are getting it, and they're getting, 2.3% Doge, 3.5% loan. Excuse me. Zebec still pumping. What's up, David? Baron, frequent watcher, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's see. Yeah, it's still going. It's still going. Woo-wee. Let me just look at I just like to look at it when it's going up like this, man. I just like to look at the portfolio when it's going up like this, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. That's awesome. Firmament. Yeah. There you go. 100%. Jack. Hi, and thanks for the cool vids. No problem, John C. Do you want to see the map? Then when you'll see how Flare connects all of this. Hey man, yeah, tell me where the map is, Pizarro. I would love to see that. Salvador Ramirez, another frequent watcher. Thank you, brother. Go ZBCN 728 2025. You will eat Zebec eggs. Fire from Crypto Crossroads Show. So glad I bought the dip on Zebec. As some others before we really rock it. That's awesome, David. Let's start that, man. Damn, Zebec is starting to pump. You're right. What is up, Nazoni? Looks like Nazoni is a membership person. Thank you for getting a membership, Nazoni. Really appreciate it. The 4 classical elements. Air. Yes, indeed. Air, Apple, Earth, Google, Fire, Amazon, and Water, Ripple, or Zebec. Yes, indeed, the 4 elements, which also you could say the 4 pillars of the earth, the 4 elements, the 4 seasons. There you go, right? The 4 directions. It's all of that. Rafi, dear, I'm gonna mess up your last name, so I'm not gonna say it there. First time joining a Zebec party. Hey, welcome to have you, man. And also keep an eye on Ondo and their connection with the DTCC and other big financial companies. Let's start that. Hey, Mangly Music, this guy knows, I'm telling you. Zoni, TK, do you think XRP will get to more than 10K? If so, how high do you see it by 2033? Man, again, if what we just saw here with these numbers, right? And, again, I didn't make them up. I really think these things can be reserve currencies. And if you think of them kind of that way, if you think of them as being, because they're related here to gold, right? XAU. Gold is an asset that just keeps going up. And the way that the dollar is deflating, these assets could just keep going up. Where's the end, right? If you have a certain amount of these assets and you save them for your family, of course, you would have to let your family understand what cryptocurrency is, because just like families will right away sell grandma's house the moment she dies or whatever like that, RIP the grandma, whoever she is out there. Um, Sometimes you have to know what you hold in that, like, okay, well, if I inherit cryptocurrency, maybe it's something that I want to hold and keep because it's digital gold, right? Um, by 2033, again, like imagine where Zebec or Zebec could be. Imagine where all of these can be. Like, I don't know that there's a limit. They're just going to keep increasing. I could imagine by 2033 there being a 10K XRP, right? I could really imagine that. Wait till these metaverses get online. That's when I really think we get like way more money in the market too, because imagine your digital self, right? Your digital self, like you can have 4 digital selves and 4 different metaverses with 4 different lives and 4 different virtual bank accounts. It could be kind of crazy. Like how some people, I mean, a lot of people don't like the world as we like it as we live it right now. Now they could just go into the metaverse and just be a whole person, and probably even like I could imagine a day where they like just say, okay, well, we can put you in this little pod and it'll sustain you, and you could just live in said metaverse until you want to get out. Like I could imagine a day where that's a truth, right? How much money would that cost you? How does the world look till it even gets you to a place where that's acceptable to you? But I could imagine that. It's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't think these things have a limit. They really don't. Oh, that's Zebec probably breaking through there. There we go. Yep. It's hard to say, even like it's hard to give these a limit. Let's see. XAU. Like, look at gold. Like for its like well, can we look at gold for its lifetime? I think what would be the best thing to look for gold for its lifetime? Yeah, I'm not sure what market or what index I would have to look at to see the whole like market of gold, but over time, I'm sure like gold has just gone up and up and up and up and up and up and up, right? Same thing's gonna happen for XRP and all these different things. Like they'll just continue to go up for a perpetual amount of time. Like, what is this? The gold silver index. In a lot of ways, I believe, XRP and um all these digital assets will be a lot more valuable than gold when you really think about it, unless you think about some alchemical ways that gold and silver are probably used. I don't know anything about that, but if you think kind of digitally, I could think of like XRP and all of these digital assets being worth way more than gold. Wow. Jack Thompson, true value of XRP. I tagged you in X. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that, Pizarro. Start that. Looks like I made the right decision throwing some more at Zebec yesterday. Know what you hold 100%. I just got my eBay crypto money tonight. Not financial advice, but if you get the money tonight, would you wait or go in now? Not financial advice. I would go in now. Um, here's one thing I would say, just again, if you think that Zebec is going to be worth 5 cents, right? Buying now or waiting, you know what I mean? Like, if you honestly think, and I do, that Zebec is going to be 5 cents, then what does it matter to you if you bought at 0.0048 or 0.0058? Because you're waiting for here. Now, just to color that a little differently, what I was just saying there, Zebec tends to run where Bitcoin runs on the full moon. It seems like Zebec runs on the new moon. As you can see here, is getting close to the new moon time. And it seems like Zebec runs up towards the new moon. I don't know exactly why this is. I'm just following the pattern. And as you can see on the show, like on the chart right here, there's an obvious pattern for when the new moon hits. It seems like the price is going up towards the new moon. So just seems like something that Zebec does towards the new moon. Why, I don't know. But that's what it seems like. Oops, I wasn't sharing that here. So it seems like to me that Zebec tends to head up towards the new moon. Why, I don't know. But yeah, what possibly could happen is that it goes up towards the new moon, but goes up to the next leg here. Kind of like that, you know what I mean? So, not financial advice, but now seems like a good time to me. I don't know. Yeah, so if you look at the week chart, as far as the stochastic goes, looks like it's rounding back up here. You can see this, right? Yeah, so it looks like on a stochastic, like it's ready to go back up like a lot. Even though on regular RSI, it's like right here, right? On a stochastic, it's looking like it's about to. I hope you guys can see that. That's really clear on the stochastic for the week. Like it's ready to go to its next leg. So, like almost virtually free charting advice for you guys. I hope you appreciate that. When it's all said and done, remember this price prediction. Yep. Watching new Titan 888. Silver's going to fly soon. Gold also, if you look at BTC Reserve Act at the vertical bottom clause 12, there's talk of gold being revalued. Ooh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that piece of information. I'll go ahead and take a picture of that right there. Thank you. I pray everyone has a successful bull run. I remember Jesus Christ is coming soon. Repent. What's up, CDM? Thompson, cap at 13 million per XRP is over realistic. Honestly, at some point in time, I don't think that that's over realistic, to be honest with you. If you think about how Michael Saylor views Bitcoin and how he views Bitcoin as like, didn't he say something like 13 million for Bitcoin? I can see a day that XRP is that. Jasmine Freet loving the Zebec pump. ZBCN is pumping. Alex Pena. How to cook is 12K XRP enough? Enough for what? Tell me, I can't know if it's enough for what do you want to get to? Buy when? Go to Zebec, go to HBAR. Yeah, what's up, Bunny? Silver, you can look at 800 plus returns. Wow. Gold, okay, you guys making me want to buy some silver ETFs now. Let's see here. Keep going. Gold and silver revalue. Okay. Okay. What's up, Sharmizzle? All right, let's go freaking go. All right, guys. Nice long show today. 2 hours and 35 minutes. If you made it to the end, put in this changes everything. Okay? Put in this changes everything. I honestly think Zebec will change everything. HBAR will change everything. Crypto will change everything. Put that in the comments after the live show ends. Put it in the comments of the video. Help spread the video around. The more comments I get, the more the video spreads. So if you can do that, I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming through. This is one of the highest viewed shows already as far as a live stream, as far as like 1,360. That's a great number to end on. Thank you guys so much, and I'm out. Peace.